are the nation's strength, you are the nation's future. Let's rise with the spirit of success.
In line with the government's development program to uplift the nation, People's Bank introduces the Business Power Loan Scheme to empower small and medium enterprises. Visit your nearest People's Bank for more details.
Let's rise with the spirit of success.
In a few moments, the news.
People's Bank introduces the Business Power Loan Scheme to empower small and medium enterprises.
This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
"6:45 a.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Dulmin Sabarasinghe, assisted by Sanjay and read by Mario Vijayawardena. The headlines. The President emphasises that the uplifting of the tea industry should take place through several means. A water sample test will be conducted today where the empty New Diamond ship caught fire. Mr. Premalal Jayasekara takes oaths today in Parliament. In foreign news, England's Deputy Chief Medical Officer warns that rise in UK coronavirus cases is a great concern. In sports tennis news, Serena Williams overcomes Maria Sakkari to reach US Open quarter-finals. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa has emphasised that the uplifting of the tea industry should take place through several sectors. The President has said that the target should be to identify the factors that led to the collapse of the industry and to get back the high demand for Ceylon tea at the world market. The President mentioned this during a discussion yesterday at the Presidential Secretariat on the future plans of the State Ministry of Estate Reforms, crop cultivation in tea estates, tea factory modernisation and export promotions. It was revealed that 10 of the 20 main tea factories are not functioning. It was also disclosed that when small tea estates record a high production, the production capacity of estate companies has rapidly decreased. The President instructed to find reasons within a short period for the losses and for the malfunctioning and to find permanent solutions. It was decided to entrust the loss makers as state companies and a pilot project to activate them is set up. The head of the Task Force of Economic Resurgence, Basil Rajapaksa, said that in-depth investigations should be conducted to find the reasons for the loss of estate companies when the government has provided infrastructure. It was discussed at length to reform the tea estates to get a high harvest. Attention was paid on the possibility of earning a profit by growing bio-tea, which has a high demand in the world market. The President pointed out the need to strengthen the plantation management and monetary unit. The representatives of the tea smallholders said that nearly 421,000 of them were protected due to the decisions taken by the government during the curfew period and thanked the President in this regard. A water sample test will be conducted today where the empty New Diamond ship caught fire. A special discussion in this regard took place yesterday at the Ministry of Ports and Naval Affairs. The discussion took place under the patronage of Minister Rohitha Abegunawardena, and officials of the NARA attended the meeting too. Meanwhile, the Navy said yesterday that due to high winds triggered by the prevailing adverse weather conditions in the sea areas where the empty New Diamond vessel has been positioned, the fire has reignited from the effects of the extreme temperature and sparks on board. The ship is positioned about 30 nautical miles off the Sangamankanda point. The Navy said they are taking measures to douse the fire, which erupted for the second time. Mr. Premalal Jayasekara, who has been elected to Parliament and sentenced to death, will take his oaths in Parliament today. He was elected to Parliament from the Ratnapura district. He will take his oaths following the order given by the Appeals Court stating that there is no legal obstacle to take his oaths as a Member of Parliament. The Communication Department of the Parliament said Mr. Jayasekara is scheduled to be sworn in when the Parliament meets at 1 p.m. today. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
People's Bank introduces the Business Power Loan Scheme to empower small and medium enterprises.
The number of coronavirus-infected persons reported in the country stands at 3,123 at present. The epidemiology units have said that 2,926 have recovered from the virus and left the hospitals. 185 are undergoing treatment at hospitals. Former member of the Eastern Provincial Council Sibli Farooq says that several political parties, including the Sri Lanka Muslim Congress, agreed to a set of policies presented by Zaharan Hashim of the National Tawheed Jamaat organisation before the general election of 2015. He mentioned this while giving evidence yesterday before the Presidential Commission to inquire into the Easter Sunday attacks. Former Eastern Provincial Council member of the Sri Lanka Muslim Congress, Sibli Farooq, said that he agreed to the policies on behalf of the Congress. He told the Commission that a dispute arose after Mr. MLAM Hizbullah, who supported Mr. Mahinda Rajapaksa at the 2015 general election, got a national list seat by becoming close to former President Maithripala Sirisena after the election defeat. The Presidential Commission then showed a video footage and photographs to witness where Zaharan Hashim's brother, Rilwan Hashim, was injured and on a hospital bed, and the witness and former Minister Rauf Hakim were asking about his well-being. Mr. Farooq said that 4 persons were injured during the clashes after Mr. Hizbullah was appointed from the national list. Mr. Farooq said that former Minister Rauf Hakim and himself examined Rilwan and when he was in hospital. The chairman of the Presidential Commission questioned him whether he did not know the injured Rilwan was Zaharan Hashim's brother. The witness said that he was not aware about it until the attacks. However, when questioned by the chairman of the commission again, Mr. Farooq admitted that he knew earlier Rilwan was the brother of Zaharan Hashim and that he gave fabricated evidence to the commission. That's local news.
Let's rise with the spirit of success.
In line with the government's development program to uplift the nation, People's Bank introduces the Business Power Loan Scheme to empower small and medium enterprises.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddha Lepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddha Lepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddha Lepa Veda Mahatmya.
A national policy to conserve and on the sustainable use of mangroves will be introduced today under the patronage of Minister Mahinda Amaravira at the Ministry of Environment. Sri Lanka pledged to protect the mangrove system at the Commonwealth Leaders Summit in 2018.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddha Lepa Veda Mahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddha Lepa.
And now in Watchlight, the University Grants Commission Chairman, Senior Professor Sampath Amartunga says that the university intake of the students who sat for their GCE Advanced Level Examination in 2019 will be increased by a further 20,000 for the 2020 intake. He said that the increased numbers will be accommodated through the conventional university system and through the open university system.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of
People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always.
All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
In world news headlines, England's Deputy Chief Medical Officer warns that rise in UK coronavirus cases is a great concern. Argentina coronavirus death toll surpasses 10,000. Biden and Trump go on the offensive as US campaign enters final stretch. England's Deputy Chief Medical Officer has warned the latest big change in the coronavirus infections across the UK is of great concern. Professor Jonathan Van Tam said people have relaxed too much over the summer and they have got to start taking it very seriously again. He warned if not, the UK will have a bumpy ride over the next few months. He said that infections among younger people in EU countries had later filtered through to older age groups. Argentina's coronavirus death toll surpassed 10,000 yesterday, the government said, as the South American nation struggles to bring its infection rate under control. According to government data, there have been 10,129 deaths, with 488,007 confirmed coronavirus cases. Almost half of the coronavirus tests are yielding a positive result. Argentina has been under lockdown since the 20th of March, though cases have spiked in recent weeks. President Donald Trump and Democratic rival Joe Biden took rhetorical swipes at each other yesterday as the presidential campaign entered its traditional homestretch on the U.S. Labor Day holiday. Trump described Biden, whom he trails in national polls, as a threat to the economy and stupid, while Biden took aim at Trump's reported disparaging of fallen troops. And now the main points of the World News segment. Once again, England's Deputy Chief Medical Officer warns that rise in UK coronavirus cases is a great concern. Argentina coronavirus death toll surpasses 10,000. Biden and Trump go on the offensive as US campaign enters final stretch.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of
People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always.
All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
And now in development news, Industries Minister Vimal Veerwansa says a tyre factory is to be set up at the Hambantota port with an investment of $300 million. This project will provide around 200 employment opportunities to youth in the district, the minister said, adding that raw materials needed for the factory, such as rubber, would be produced in the country itself. That was development news. And now in sports news, in tennis news, six-time champion Serena Williams battled through a challenging three-set test against Greek 15-seed Maria Sakkari to reach the US Open quarterfinals. Williams looked composed as she took the first set in 37 minutes. The third seed lost a close tie-break in the second and was forced to find her best tennis to come from a breakdown in the third and win 6-3, 6-7, 6-8, 6-3 almost 2 hours later. In golf news, world number one Dustin Johnson claimed a three-shot victory at the PGA Tour season-ending Tour Championship. The American held a 5-stroke leading head into Monday's final round at East Lake and carded a 2 under 68 to claim the $15 million FedEx Cup jackpot. It is the first FedEx Cup title for Johnson, who squandered a chance to win on the final round 4 years ago. In Formula One news, Formula One will revive plans to introduce reverse grid sprint races in place of qualifying. Mercedes blocked plans to trial the idea this season, but Sunday's Italian Grand Prix has given F1 fresh impetus. 2 safety cars, a penalty for Lewis Hamilton, a race stoppage at Monza mixed up the field and led to a shock win for AlphaTauri's Pierre Gasly. Mercedes believe the idea is a gimmick and would not work as F1 hopes.
The wait is over, and it's time for you to experience happiness. It's time to remap the graph for success. It's time to rebuild your empire. It's time to initiate your entrepreneur dreams. Empower your dreams with NSB Wings. Get your 2-year personal loan for just 7% per annum, starting from 500,000 rupees to 10 million rupees. All you need is just one guarantee. NSB Wings. Recharge the high goal.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Ideal First Choice recently commenced an internationally acclaimed diesel pump repair and maintenance service centre in Colombo to service branded pumps and spare parts. The centre, located at Panchakawatha, will exclusively service and repair diesel pumps while catering to spare part needs of the customers.
The wait is over, and it's time for you to experience happiness. It's time to remap the graph for success. It's time to rebuild your empire. It's time to initiate your entrepreneur dreams. Empower your dreams with NSB Wings. Get your 2-year personal loan for just 7% per annum, starting from 500,000 rupees to 10 million rupees. All you need is just one guarantee. NSB Wings. Recharge the high goal.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money. Economic News, courtesy of...
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down, everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge.
LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
The Sri Lanka rupee closed stronger at 184.65 against the US dollar yesterday, while stocks fell and bond yields remained steady. Colombo's all-share price index fell 0.1%. or 0.75 points to 5,310.67. S&P SL20 index of most liquid stocks fell 0.59% or 13.68 points to 2,307.89. Market turnover was 757 million rupees, with 94 stocks gaining and 78 falling. Bond yields were stable, with no liquidity seen in any of the maturities across the board.
Congratulations on your promotion. Heard you gave a treat for everyone in your department yesterday.
Yeah.
When will be our treat, huh?
Well, how about today?
Oh no, I was just joking. We'll have a party with your new salary.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Weather report was sponsored by
CIB Janajaya Vasana 15th stage draw commenced 24th August to 13th September. Discounts up to 40%. Come today to CIB.
The Met Department says the showers will occur at times today in the Western Sabaragamulla Central Northwestern provinces and the Gaul and Mathura districts. Fairly heavy falls, about 50 millimeters, are likely at some places. Showers will occur at several places in the Uva province and the Ampara and Beriklo districts in the afternoon. Wind speeds can increase up to 50 kilometers per hour at times across the island, particularly north and north central northwestern provinces and the Tinkamani, Hamathura, Kandy and Nuwara area districts.
Weather report was sponsored by
CIB Janajaya Vasana 15th stage draw commenced 24th August to 13th September. Discounts up to 40%. Come today to CIB.
And now the headlines of this news broadcast once again. The President emphasizes that the uplifting of the tea industry should take place through several means. A water sample test will be conducted today where the empty Neo Diamond ship caught fire. Mr. Premalal Jayasekara takes oaths today in Parliament. In foreign news, England's Deputy Chief Medical Officer warns that rise in UK coronavirus cases is a great concern. In sports tennis news, Serena Williams overcomes Maria Sakkari to reach US Open quarter-finals.